animism is that the living nature is governed by spirits. And if we accept this notion that spirits are not something that existed as a superstition before Christianity told us that it's something very suspicious, and after we killed Christianity, it was something that was superstitious. But if we accept that spirits are basically self-organizing software agents, that spirits are, in their nature, software, they have this property of being not physically embodied, right? But they are connected to physics in such a way that they do not violate any conservation laws. There is nothing that defeats physicalism with respect to software. And there is clearly self-organizing software running on our brains and our bodies. I'm personally a representation of what it would be like to be a person. And this representation is so tightly implemented, it's driving a lot of my behavior. I'm effectively possessed by an entity that thinks of itself as Joscha Bach and calls itself Joscha Bach and moves all these cells around as if there was a coherent being behind it. And it's basically these principles of self-organization that govern this. And if the software ever crashes, then this body falls apart and these cells are mostly going to die. Some are going to make off into the woods. But it's basically a large region of the physical universe gets up for grabs again for other agents, for other spirits. And a similar thing is happening in our cells. They're also governed by self-organizing software that is so detailed that it can move individual molecules around. And the fascinating thing is that the software at some level is the actual invariance. It's not the mechanism, it's not the physical thing, but it is a software that is able to, if a neuron dies in my brain, to recruit a new neuron and train it. Or if a molecule disappears from my cell, to find a new molecule and then train it into building the mechanism. So the software is the actual thing that matters.